I'm Gagnon. My project is on the top 10 sports broadcasters of all time. About me, first of all, is I really like sports, and I played for the JV basketball team and for East Meadow, and I also play in town this year for East Meadow as well. And my favorite overall team is the Boston Bruins. I really like them. They're my favorite overall team. And I also announce LCAT sports here at East Meadow. I announce soccer, basketball, and baseball as well. My project is I just put a video up for the top 10 sports broadcasters of all time. And the reason I like sports is because my family watches it with me, makes it more exciting. For example, the Bruins beating Vancouver in the Stanley Cup in 2011 in Game 7. And I also like the announcers. My favorite Vince Scully is up there. The reason I picked him is because half of his career he announced by himself, which is rare because everybody has a partner in sports. And I also like the crowd. Like for example, 2013 Bruins versus Maple Leafs game, when the Bruins were down by 3 goals in the third period, came back, and then eventually won in overtime. And the fans were jumping out of their seats like crazy. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos of that. They were just jumping all around. My mentors that helped me become a better announcer for LCAT was Tim Daggett, who was Olympic gold medalist and analyst for NBC, who gave me some tips on what to do. For example, if it was a boring game, what makes you keep talking and stuff because you don't want to be quiet all throughout the whole time. Also, Chris Kenny, the athletic director of St. Michael's College, who also helped me through email, and also Todd Ho and Jeff Terrell, who are radio announcers that also helped me through this whole process. And Ken Serino, who's the athletic coordinator for Western New England University. I also went there for a job shadow for coaching in Western New England, so I met him there, and he also helped me through. And some others are Donnie Morehouse and Jay Fidanza, who also helped me through broadcasting. In making this video, I had to go through steps, and my first step was to get the list possible, and here's the list. My favorite Vince Scully is still up there at #1, because if he didn't announce by himself, I'm sure he would be in the middle of my top 10. He wouldn't be #1. And then also a good start, Johnny Most up there, old Celtics announcer. And then step 2 was to get the clips from YouTube and download them into a file, and at least have one from each announcer. And then which brings me next to the Adobe Premiere, where you download the videos to download the clips to make it a whole video. As you can see here, these are the clips right here, and it looks really short in YouTube. It would be bigger, but the problem is you could cut it to make it shorter and stuff. And you could put I put the slides right between to introduce my clips. And also you could rearrange the volume of what I'm talking in the video to what the broadcasters are talking in the video. So I think that was pretty cool. I have a sample video here for the Boston Bruins, Jack Edwards. This is rare because they usually just show the game when they're announcing, but this really shows his reaction. That's an example. That's rare to show the reaction. And my favorite part of this whole project was getting the clips, because I like to watch videos all over YouTube. And this explains my future plans, because I want to get into TV production. And if I don't get into that, sports management would be my second choice. But for TV production and sports management, I just like sports to be my whole career, and this is really important in taking a math class or something, because that's not what I want to get into. I just want to get into sports once I graduate. Do you guys have any questions for me?
I'm just curious, in your mind, what makes a good announcer? What kind of qualities or skills do they have to have in your mind?
The skills is, what's very important is if the game is boring, they find something to talk about, which is very amazing to me, because it's hard to talk about something, because if you're a Bruins announcer and they're like losing like 5-0 or something, or they're winning 5-0, it starts to get boring. It's not even a close game. It's tough to remember what facts you want to give and stuff, and also their reaction to the game, like the voice, the tone in the game is more exciting than ever. That's what makes people want to watch. So that's basically what announcers do on a daily basis.
Neil, did you find that your work with LCAT connected with some of the things you were doing as you announced different high school sport games, connected with some of the things that the mentors were saying to you?
Yeah. The reason I like to get into broadcasting, because I watch them, I learn from them, so I kind of use it in my broadcasting a little bit, and my mentors help me along the way as tips of what I like. If I didn't watch this part from Jack Edwards, I might have missed it. So my mentors will help me to back it up.
Right.
So that's basically what I follow, is what I watch TV all day. So.
Neil, I was at UMass. I went to UMass and was sports broadcast. I did some sports broadcasting with the radio station. Did basketball, football, lacrosse, and one of the great things about it is you get to travel with the team and be right up front on the court. And be in the mix of things, go back behind the scenes, be part of, the big buffet that they have and all that sort of thing. Plus you get to meet some of the ESPN commentators and such. So it's really an interesting thing once I was in college. I wonder though, in preparation when you get ready for a broadcast, do you do research on the athletes, statistics, things of that nature?
Yeah, I research of, first of all, what the announcers say first. Like if they had a big game coming up, what's the history behind this rivalry, or what stats do they have so far this season? That's to cover in the middle of the game. They prepare. They do research before this game. They just don't wing it. If they do wing it, they're probably gonna mess up or something. But research is very important in broadcasting, because once you don't find anything to say, then the people at home watching what is he trying to say? So if they get the wrong facts, if they did research and the internet didn't update itself, they would get in trouble as well. But I think sports broadcasters have to research to be one of the best, and that's what they did so far.
Where did you make the video? Is that through?
I made the video. There's a thing called Adobe Premiere, which is like a video kind of time period, but all I had to do was insert the clips, that I downloaded from YouTube from a file into the Adobe Premiere, and then I put them in order.
How'd you learn how to do all that?
And Mr. Mackey, right behind the camera, right over there, he helped me through how to, you know, if the video's too long, how to cut it and stuff, and how to put slides in there. And it's just, I don't know.
So that was just another skill you got out of this.
Right,
so to speak,
right.
to put that
But
together.
Mr. Mackey helped me through all this, so I'd like to thank him.
Yeah.
So,
Great job.
Very nice job.
thank you for coming.